All right, you guys, welcome in. Welcome to the week. This is for whoever needs to hear this message. So if you're drawn here by the title of this video, then there's something here for you. So let's see what's going on. This is the week of September 15th through the 22nd. So we do have a full moon in Pisces happening this week. It is a partial lunar eclipse. So that is going to be very powerful, especially if you have anything in the signs, the mutable signs. So if you have any planets in Pisces or Virgo, or Sagittarius and Gemini, those are the mutable signs, and that is going to be squared and opposed and conjunct. So all of those energies are the strongest three types of aspects, the ways planets talk to each other. So if you're having that going on, this is going to be a super duper powerful week for you. Full moons are about purging, about letting go, about tying up loose ends, about looking at something and saying, okay, this is it's time to close this up. This is about endings. So sometimes we can begin something during a full moon and it kind of forces something else to shut closed, or it forces, it's sort of like you can't have this from column A and that from column B. All right. So let's see what wants to come through in the reading. I am in Spain, different hotel. We're traveling around. So you're going to see me in a bunch of different places over the next couple weeks. All right. Imagine this is part of your manifestation time. Think back to February. Think back to the new moon in Pisces. I don't have the date in front of me, whenever that was, but think back to that time period. Because whatever was going on for you, this is why I like journaling, whatever was going on for you at that time, those were manifesting. That was manifestations. Those were seeds planted. So if you were having whatever was happening to you, a new job happening, or really wanting something to start going, or wanting something to move forward, if you put in the necessary energy, because we do have Saturn in Pisces. So if you put in the necessary work, what happened? It's time to take a look. It's time to take stock. All right. I will say Saturn is retrograde right now in the sign of Pisces. Neptune is retrograde in the sign of Pisces. This is really about inner work. Okay. And it's like calling bullshit on your own inner stuff. So if, especially because Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune and Pisces are all about illusions. So if you had planted some seeds around something that was completely an illusion, and you were treating it like it was something that existed already, see what happened. Did something come of that, or is it time to close it out and say, hey, you know what? I was fooling myself. Okay. So I want you to think about that. Look at this, a 22 card, blessed. That's lovely. Message in a bottle, some kind of new message coming in. We'll explore that in a second. And the tribe. Love that too. I've been seeing a lot of 3 of Cups in these readings that I've been doing over the last day or so. And especially the full zodiac reading I did and posted Saturday morning, Saturday 8 a.m. on the Eastern Seaboard. This feels a little bit like you're closing out of something that was kind of illusory, and saying, okay, I'm really going to turn my attention to something that's tangible. There's definitely something coming in here. It could be coming through a dream or a message from another person. It could be coming from the archangels, whatever you're connected to, whoever you're connected to, there could be something coming in. So let's take a look at this. The tribe. You could be having some new friends or some type of new opportunities that are really lovely. So just keep your eyes open, okay? Keep your eyes open. All right, let's see where we're going here. Keep shuffling, keep shuffling. I know I keep having these wooden desks, and they're pretty loud with the shuffle. So I'm trying desperately not to break your eardrums if you're listening on headphones. All right, so let's see. What is wanting to come in? Okay. All right, underneath, Ace of Wands. Look at this. 10 of Wands. Something that was started became a burden. Something that was started became a burden, and now there's the new day. Look at this. You're physically walking away from this situation. I feel like some of you started down the road of maybe a third party, but that might just be for a few of you. I'm really thinking that this was all about something that was illusory to you, something that you were kind of kidding yourself about, that wasn't real, and it actually held you back. Okay, I'm here to validate that for you. It did hold you back. Some of you, this is a full cycle, right? The ace to the 10, a full cycle. And it's almost like now you're not kidding yourself anymore. You're seeing that this situation, these people in your life, this person in your life, this career in your life, it is Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So I feel like you put a lot of hard work into something that didn't materialize. You could also have put a lot of energy into a relationship that the other person was not putting in any energy into it. And so it's time to cut the cord here. All right, it's time to cut the cord. And I feel like you have some real promise coming. I love that tribe. So the tribe card. So the message in a bottle, this can just be this awareness, this aha moment, right? Neptune direct is illusion. But Neptune in retrograde says you're kidding yourself. And I feel like some of you are having that realization right now. Oh yeah, 8 of Wands. Here's the message coming through. 8 of Wands. Oh, look at this. 6 of Swords. Magician. There's manifestation again. So you're now starting, it's sort of like, let me just say this to you, that when we manifest, we do want to think big. We do want to, bring in amazing, like epic levels of love and joy and abundance and all of that. That is not illusory. What I'm talking about is someone who was never going to meet you where you are or where you want to go. Someone who wasn't meant for you on your path. That's illusory. So you're like trying to, get somebody else to come on to your path, and this person doesn't have the capability of doing that. The energy is very, very different. I feel like that person is locked in some kind of Saturn, pattern. They could have a lot of their planets talking to Saturn. They could have a lot of transits happening that is kind of blasting Saturn. I'm in my second Saturn return, and it's already passed me by, right? We've already had the rough stuff really sort of show up. And right now, Saturn is a little bit later in the degrees. I don't know exactly. I don't have my book with me, but it is in retrograde. And so I feel like it goes back to like 14 degrees before it goes direct, something like that. And so there's a kind of like you could be going over the same territory again. You could be kind of like, well, maybe I didn't give it the old college try. Maybe I didn't give it enough time. Maybe I didn't stop. Okay? I feel like that's total nonsense. I feel like you've done everything you can, and because something didn't materialize that you really wanted, can you see that it might not be something that's best for you or right for you? Rejection is God's protection in many ways. Some of you really dodged a bullet. Okay? And this is a codependent kind of situation. Some of you are in a codependent situation and it's time to walk free of it. Some of you got yourself into it. Like, I manifested this person, okay, and I married them, or I'm in a relationship with them, and yeah, it's this 10 of Wands. It's no bueno. So the message is coming through that it is time to go. The 8 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. It's time for you to manifest your best life. Time for you to take a look at what's going on around you. Time to pull yourself out of this connection. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, King of Cups. You have a lot of love to share here, and you also are having some kind of mastery over your feelings right now. You're putting in a lot of time and attention toward building your new life. Okay, toward building your new life. What else is coming here? Oh, I wondered about that. Six of Cups, the World, and the King of Wands. So I feel like you're just going to say to yourself at some point, this is like kind of diminishing what happened. So if you got stuck in a long-term commitment with someone, Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde is kind of waking you up to the fact that it's time to go. I feel like what you're doing here is you're creating some kind of mastery over your feelings or diminishing the power of that person in your life. If you ever look up the what a limerent relationship is, limerence is really love addiction. It really is. It's when you are in this very Neptunian kind of place about a person and you think they're like the most amazing person you've ever met and they're the one, and it happens really fast and it's really powerful. Your friends are saying to you like, slow down. Like this could have been water under the bridge. This could have happened a long time ago. Some of you didn't listen. You're with somebody and now you're moving out of it. You're wrapping up that cycle. 2025, I've just did a lesson for my astrology folks. 2025, we are starting a new 20-year cycle, a new 15-year cycle, a new 8-year cycle. All of these cycles are wrapping up in 2024, and these planets are moving into new signs next year. Every sign or every planet is moving into a new sign next year. Everyone. Pluto is the only exception because they're moving into a new sign this year, November 19th. So next year, we're going to have Neptune is going to go direct eventually, and it's going to move into Aries. Saturn is going to go direct. It's going to move into Aries. Pluto, like I said, in Aquarius. And Uranus is wobbling about in Taurus right now. It's going to move into Gemini. So, Jupiter's also moving. Jupiter moves, each sign is a year. Okay. So every planet in your birth chart moves a lot faster. So they change signs every year, right? They change signs all the time. But it's those external ones, those far out ones, the Pluto, Neptune, Uranus. They're all changing signs within a 14-month period. That has never happened while you have been on the planet, nor I. So I just want you to see that big cycles are wrapping up right now. Big things are closing out with this World card. And I feel like, it's not so much about this individual, although that is what, sort of is the symbolism, right? It's like the archetype of the relationship. This person is representative of a pattern that you have. You are closing out that pattern. So this is very apt, this devil energy and this fool. You're closing out of a pattern. And that means, right, we've come to the end of a cycle. So we're shifting into something new here. And I like this is very different. It's going from water sign into a fire sign. We are going from earth and water signs into air and fire signs. And with all of those outer planets, we are moving away from earth and water and going toward air and fire. So what that means is things are going to speed up. You're going to be able to manifest in an instant. You'll be able to know a liar in 2 seconds. Like the earth and the water energy made things move so much slower. This Mercury energy here and this 8 of Wands, this is fast moving energy. So you're going to be able to manifest this new beginning. And I really feel like some of you are going to be like, man, I dodged a bullet. Wow. Wow, did I ever? And I might have been very naive about things, or I kept going through the same cycles over and over and over again. So I love that this King of Wands is the sort of, your future energetic resonance. King of Wands is very entrepreneurial. King of Wands is very dynamic, take action kind of person. Okay, so a little bit of foreshadowing here. This guy just jumped out. 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Oh my God, there it is again. And the Knight of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the wobbliness between the old pattern and the new. Some of you could have been engaged in third-party situations. Both of these cards can indicate that, especially with the Knight of Wands. It's like you're growing up, going from the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands. You could have been dealing with people who needed to grow up, and now you like have no patience for that. So good on you. All right. So let's see where we're going with this. I'm going to look at what you don't see coming. We'll get some guidance from Spirit, and we'll see how this shakes out. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. This is a massive shift.